Hey guys, Mike Movie here. I talk about tech and I share a lot of things about tech. I do reviews about tech, and lately this has been something that I got back into, is looking at crypto mining. And I did two little videos that I posted yesterday about starting up with crypto mining again. And they seem relatively popular because they answer some questions that I know I myself had, especially now that Bitcoin is 48,000, rising up. Some people think it's going to hit 100-some thousand, maybe more in the future. Of course, Tesla also bet so much money investing in Bitcoin. It's getting a lot of buzz. So I did these two videos, and I have never received so much spam on my videos than with this crypto. So there's two things, crypto and then also with iPhone data recovery. Now, I just want to say, if you see any comments down here about people referring people and others to talk to someone on Telegram or message someone on Instagram, just don't do it. Do me a favor, mark them off as spam. They want to somehow figure out a way to basically steal from you or use you in a way that is not going to be beneficial to you at all. So just do me a favor and help do that. Otherwise, I got to turn off the comments because it's just out of control. All right, so I wanted to give a little bit of an update. Let's see. So I did the Bitcoin mining thing using NiceHash, and you can check out that video. I have a link down below for that. It's really easy to get started. Okay, so they sent me an email, I believe this morning. They have a new version that's called NiceHash Quickminer. Now, if you didn't already know, when you do the Bitcoin mining, or I'm just going to call it crypto mining because NiceHash doesn't actually mine for Bitcoin. They do a number of things where you participate in certain pools where they rent out your processing power. Okay, so that other people can use that, like basically rent out your computer. That's generally how a lot of these mining softwares work if you aren't a big mining farm. Like, you're just sitting at home, I'm just sitting at home, and I'm lending my gaming laptop out there for rent. Okay, so they're renting the processing power to process these complex chains and auditing or mining, okay, for any number of 6,000 plus cryptocurrencies out there. I believe NiceHash focuses primarily on Ethereum, which is another one of the top 10 popular Bitcoin things. So I had a comment that was legit yesterday about crypto mining with NiceHash for fun and profit. Jawless Jaw says, this seems way too good to be true. And I was trying to figure out what he's talking about. He's like, just the fact you can sit at home and generate money. Well, what you're doing is you're providing value, a service to someone out there that they can just rent. You're giving your processing power, basically your brain power of your computer system and your electricity, and through a means of the internet, to exchange these complex equations that are used right here. We'll explain it right here. So you're getting paid to use that processing power to do these complex equations and work as auditors, verifying legitimacy of transactions, not just necessarily Bitcoin transactions, but crypto transactions. All right, so this is to help prevent double spending problem where people spend the same currency. Basically, it keeps everything honest, legitimate, and publicly verifiable, and it takes a lot of processing power to handle all that, especially as more and more time goes on. So this explains it pretty well. That's pretty much what you're doing. And, you know, if you think that you could just sit at home and generate money, you're basically generating value. A lot of people work from home. They're also sitting at home generating money. I understand this is a concept that you got to wrap your head around. But the key part is that you can invest in some hardware and equipment to lend out and rent out. And this is one of the awesome ways to do it. It's almost like when Uber came out, you know, drivers, you're driving anyway, you have a car anyway, you can lend out your time and money to provide that service simply by just driving around. Who would have thought, right? Other than if you're a taxi driver who are professional at this, whereas they open it up to a bunch of casual users. So it's kind of like that, right? I'm a casual user. I don't own a farm. I didn't spend millions of dollars in investing like some people do, or some companies do, particularly in China, where they buy whole huge server farms and buy these specific processors to process this. That was anyways the point of the video. So let's see. So on February 10th, you do the equation, you add these all up, and I'm roughly netting $2 a day profit. It's not a lot of money. It's not something you get excited about. But at the same time, if my laptop's just sitting there and not doing anything, it might as well make some money, right? And that's the point. So at $2 a day, if I do, in fact, keep this running for a whole year, I'm looking at $700. Okay, but that really depends on the way the cryptocurrency goes up and down and fluctuates. But if I could take this money right now, which is in my wallet, I can withdraw the money and send it somewhere. Okay, withdraw it to any of these bank exchange places, and maybe my Payoneer account or something, and get real cash for this stuff. Or I can actually use this in my Bitcoin wallet to purchase things. In fact, if I have enough in here, and I can just keep adding more if I wanted to, go to Coinbase, buy some crypto, buy some Bitcoin, I can actually purchase a Tesla with this. So this is as legitimate as you can get in converting to Bitcoin right now. It's obviously the most popular, invested, and used cryptocurrency in the world, of which, remember, there's like 6,000 of them. Okay, so it's just getting more and more legitimate, and this is why when you put in your information on here and you want to go verify it to the next level, a lot of government agencies are now wanting to track this and track you at the same time, and just for report for tax purposes. Okay, so I won't get into that because I'm not an expert in any of this. You're going to have to talk to your financial advisor about all that. But, $6.62 over the course of 2 days is not a crazy amount. Okay, so I want to get on to about the thing about the new email that I got. Okay, so there's always some risk when you're using software that is unknown, right? You got to look at the company backing it and the people using it. And if we take a look at what's going on over here, what we're mining is through some of the plugins that get installed automatically. Okay, so it could be either through Phoenix, NB Miner, Excavator, LOL Miner. And the source code of all these is listed on here on the GitHub. Some of them, are checked out, some are not. There's always some sort of risk involved because a lot of these also use code from somewhere else. Okay, so there's some risk involved in the software because some of these people or some of these guys here that created or put this source code together for purposes of making it easier for us to mine from our computer systems use some open source code or code that we don't know about. Okay, so now while a lot of these people are not, at least on here through this NiceHash thing, NiceHash explains it pretty well. While they're not intentionally trying to hurt or harm you as a user or users that use it, the fact is that you just don't know. All right, so as they say right here, it's best not to use third-party miners from unknown origin. So what NiceHash did was they created their own miner. It's called Excavator. It wasn't really easy to use. And that was a problem. Okay. So they created this new thing called NiceHash Quickminer. It has some other features and benefits from it. It lets you know that it only uses Excavator, which is their own thing for GPU mining. So it's in-house developed by them. So they claim it's 100% free of any malware. And it uses XM rig as the open source CPU miner, which is open source. So it's from a public repository. It means 100% safe. You don't have to worry about exposing your PCs to sensitive data. That's the quick point in here. Another thing is you don't have to do any benchmarks. You just lose a little bit of time when you start it out, and you get to start mining immediately. And everything's already built in. It's got automatic updates. There's no developer fees that need to be taken into account. So NiceHash is, I don't want to say they're doing it out of the goodness of their heart, but they're trying to get more people in so that they get their 2% poolside fee. Okay. So there are some drawbacks because it only mines Dagger Hashimoto Ethereum. Okay. Dagger Hashimoto, basically Ethereum. And I really don't know if you're going to make more money on this or not. That's one of the drawbacks because it only mines that. Okay. So I'm going to try it out. Let's see. So I'm going to jump over to my other computer system there. I'm going to stop the mining temporarily. Or just stop it. Let's see, where is it? Oh, here we go. Dashboard. Okay, stop mining. $3.11 a day minus the roughly 60 cents of electricity a day. So I'm roughly over $700 some a year if I keep that running. Oh, and like I said in my other video, even while it's mining, it's using mostly my GPU. My CPU still has plenty of processing power left over to do day-to-day activities. Okay, just not gaming or anything that uses anything GPU intensive. All right, so here, I'll link down to the NiceHash thing and the download center. It's really easy to get to though. And basically go to NiceHash Quickminer. I'm going to download that, show how that runs. Click to download the stable release version of NiceHash Quickminer. It's also on GitHub under NiceHash. Okay, so after downloading, make sure the checksums match. All right, so let's match it up. So this is the Quickminer. Let's make sure that this is matching. Five years, 77771 840 and where's the last digit? 8056. Oh, there it is. All right. So make sure you check it. 2B. Okay, looks legit. All right, so that looks legit. Quickminer 2. All right, so let's do the README here. Start NiceHash Quickminer.exe. You'll be asked for a NiceHash mining address. Provide it. Set auto start windows. Okay, use auto tune. That's really easy to do. All right, so I'm going to extract this. I'll just extract it over here. Extract to, yeah, that's fine. Extract to the desktop. Here it is. Now it's on my desktop. I'm just going to right click on this, run as administrator. Yes. All right. So the mining address. I need to put in my. I'm gonna also send it over to NiceHash as well. So I'm logged in here. Wait, let's see. Where is it? Okay, I'm logged in over here. Get my mining address here. Here's my wallet. Deposit money. And here's my address. Okay, so I'm going to copy this. Note the fees. I believe it is, what is it? %, yeah, standard 2%. So they haven't changed anything about that. Right, so I'm going to go back here, put in the address, and click OK. All right. So the started mining. Let's see what we're getting here. see what happened. Almanac detection and mining tryout. Please do not close this window. Manage miner. Use your web browser. Go to nicehash.com/quickminer. Okay. Here's what's going on over there. I guess that's it. I mean, this is experimental right now. Basically more beta and everything. It's already working. It did not need to do that long, lengthy benchmarking process as we talked about. So I will go to nicehash.com/quickminer and manage this. nicehash.com/quickminer. What? It's missing? All right. Let's just go over here. Let's go to my dashboard. Dashboard. Oh, okay. So it's already working right over here. Go to Rig Manager. And we are looking at roughly $3.09. So it's about the same over a period of 24 hours. Roughly the same, but it's a little bit safer. Look at the name of it. It's just called My Excavator. And it is basically doing only the GPU. So I guess that's actually better. It's going to use less power. And because it's going to use a little bit less power, my profits go up a bit. So it's a little bit higher than $3.09 right now. Well, that's when right now it seems to make sense to go ahead and try this out. You might actually do a little bit better here. And on top of that, because it's not using any CPU power, well, really hardly any CPU power. Let's take a look at that. Let us do the send control alt delete. Do the task manager. Let's see what's going on here. All right, see, it's hardly using any CPU power whatsoever as it's doing the mining, which is fantastic because you can use your computer, you can surf the web, do everything that you want to do without using any of the GPU power, hardly. It's at 17%. Okay. Now you can ignore what it says about the NVIDIA GPU thing because it is really using that. So it's not going to know through the task manager because it's operating at the administrative level. So you can pay attention to the CPU level. As you can see, everything else is running pretty quickly. I can do all sorts of things, including running Microsoft Word. And look how fast that loads up there. You can do any of your work. You can browse the web while all that is running in the background. That's pretty cool. See, here's the thing. I thought that that it was still going to use. See, this is using Excavator to do some of this stuff. So it's actually seems to be a little bit more efficient, at least on the G14, the way this is working right now, because it is only using the GPU really. Just a little bit configuration here. Going to the Quickminer. I'm going to edit the config file. Right here, we're going to make a few changes. So I'm going to set the location to, service location is right now in Europe and Belgium. Change this to 1. Apparently that changes it to USA, California. Basically, I think it's San Jose, but I could be wrong. And this is under the tips and tricks, which is good to check out. All right, and then I'm going to change the name of this because this is G14. I'm just going to call this G14 Excavator. G14 Excavator 1. All right, enable CPU mining. I'm probably going to do that because I'm going to see how much more I'd make. True. And let's see, disable devices. Nope. Leave the rest of this alone. We'll see if there's any issues or errors in here. You want the minimum amount of latency. All right, so I think that's it. I'm going to click on save. Okay, close that out. I think I got to restart this whole thing. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out right now. Right here. I'm going to stop. Okay. Stop. All right. I'm going to close it out. Let's see. Exit. And restart it. All right. We're checking NiceHash Quickminer. We're going to see if this is an actual... how much more I'm making if I turn on the CPU as well. So it's nice that you have that option, even though the UI is not completely built out. You just go into the settings as I just showed right here. Let's see what happens. Pause. All right, I had this configuration file. I'll go back in there and do the configuration. I went ahead and configured it for CPU mining true, and then also to download the latest version. So I switched this to true, from false to true to true to true, and now I'm going to restart it. And apparently, okay, here we go. So it started mining, and you really stop and start the mining from the console, just like it says. So you'll have the details of all the mining that's going on back at the dashboard. Let's see what we got here. And we are going at, well, it still says status is disabled for some reason. Maybe I got to restart the whole thing in order to get the configuration going. So for whatever reason, apparently it's still not working. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'll probably just reboot the whole system and see what's going on there. A few minutes later, I finally got the CPU running. And it is running at, let me pull the stats over here, running at 34% load. And it frankly only adds maybe 20 cents per 24 hours. Hardly worthwhile to turn that on. So if you want to just keep that off, just keep that off. But the load is only running at 34%. As you can see, the hash rate is that much higher. It's basically 9 times higher with the GeForce RTX 2060 with a Max Q design. So you might as well just stick with the GeForce only. Forget the CPU mining. That 17 cents probably isn't even worthwhile. But the current profitability right now is at $2.36, which is, well, right now it seems to be less than the regular NiceHash. So if you see it not running about as high as before, this just means that you make more money off of the other one. So it's your option to just go ahead and stop the mining, which is what I'll do, and I'll switch back to NiceHash for now. Yeah. All right, so looks like that's a win. I'd recommend trying out the new excavator using the NiceHash Quickminer. It looks like you make a little bit, roughly the same amount of money with less power requirement and less resources used and less heat generated. Okay, that's it for this long video. Hopefully this helps someone out there. And I am not a crypto expert, so I just want to throw that out there. But obviously you don't have to be an expert to capitalize on what's going on right now and capitalize on your investment in your gaming laptop, especially if you have a G14, because that's the example I'm using, and still make at least $700 a year if you were to run this 24/7. But obviously the idea here is that you got a laptop with the gaming processing power of the NVIDIA GPU, and you're not going to be using it 24/7, right? You could at least have it do this when you're sleeping, help out the world of crypto at the same time, serve as that auditor, produce those equations, keep the whole system working properly. And because of that, you get rewarded with a crypto that translates right now to roughly over 700 to 1,000, maybe more, depending on how high crypto gets. All right, that's it for this video. Please leave a like, subscribe, and legitimately comment down below. Thanks for watching.